I started clicking when you were saying he is the one with no name. This is all verified. I stumbled on his videos and met the creator. Yeah, bro, that happens. We now have the same communication. It did indeed have some trials and got strange. I wouldn't change a thing though, knowing the creator in this. This personally is mind blowing. Still figuring it all out. It's all a beautiful dream. Yep, it truly is.
Right here, the mind. The battle is for the mind. It's the brain, the information that's being stored up. Um, this is the age-old question, like if you look at ancient Hinduism, like the real early writings, the earliest writings of the Vedas, right? Basically, you have Brahma. Brahma was like the ultimate God being, right? And there was nothing else outside of Brahma. And then Brahma basically decided that he wanted a companion. He wanted to experience something other than himself. So he split himself in half and then did not allow the split version to retain the memory that he is the original as well. So he created a mirror, basically, a mirror image. And he jumped into that mirror image in order to fully know himself and to experience, himself as an outsider, as a different person. And then that version split again. And then that version split again. It's all fractal. This is just the fractal verse that we live in, right?
You see, Abraham or Abrahma followed a dude that's known as he who is not, the unknown God, right? That's like a whole thing. His son, right? She was in the darkness, there's nothing there. You flash, you make black and white. Well, his son sits upon a sea of milk, Kashira Sagara Montana. Kashira Sagara, in the Hindu astrology, the ocean of milk, is from the fifth center of the seven oceans. It surrounds the continent of Krancha. According to the Hindu scriptures, the devas and asuras, angels and demons, worked together for a millennium to turn this ocean in order to acquire Amrita, or the elixir of immortal life. The episode is mentioned in Samorti Mantana, chapter of Puranas, a body of the ancient Hindu legends. Shira Sagara describes a place where the deity Vishnu reclines over a super mount Shisha, accompanied by his consort Lakshmi. Vishnu sits upon the ocean of milk, the constant thing of the creation, like where there's antimatter, there is matter. And so the things that matter is where Vishnu sits. Vishnu can be considered the Christ, like that's the whole thing. Christ the Father, and she is the one of wisdom, Lakshmi, so Christ the Mother, and then there's Christ the Child, or the Divine One, which is Brahma. Brahma rises from Vishnu's navel. He's a concept. He's an idea. He hasn't become real. Once he has a finalized idea what he wants his child to be, he will give him the Lakshmi, and she will birth him, and he shall go into the world to become whatever he shall be. But Brahma himself is that fiery workman. Brahma and Vishnu get into an argument. They're like, I'm stronger than you. No, I'm stronger than you. Vishnu's like, I'm the one that maintains everything. I have all the worlds and everything like that. And he's like, but I'm the one that fashions the worlds that you maintain. I'm the one that brings things into existence. I'm the one that uses my fiery hammer and makes people and things and life. You just manage the things. And he's like, but still, I manage it. I'm the one at the top. No, I'm the one at the top. No, I'm the one at the top. And then all of a sudden, a pillar of light appears before them. And a voice speaks and it's like, I'm Shiva. I'm beyond both of you. And I am the creator of all this. And they're like, what the fuck is that? Both Brahma and like Vishnu are like, what? And so they move to opposite poles to try to find an end to the light. And they can't find an end to the light. And like, she was like, you won't be able to find me. I am beyond you, beyond time, beyond space and stuff. Neither male nor female, but both. And from that, it separates into two individual things. And from those two individual things, a myriad of things blossom. But still, it has its own presence. He is his own self, right? He does his own things. He's just a dude. He's sitting here talking to us. Like, it's pretty fucking cool. Like, what? Shit's so wild. So check this little piece out.
Beginning of time, there were two realms, one filled with cold mist and the other with raging flames, and a primordial void between the two. Eventually, the two intermingling elements combined in the void and formed the first Jotun, Ymir, also known as a giant. Along with Ymir, there was also a giant cow that he suckled on for nourishment, and from his sweat came more giants, the Jotnar. The cow, on the other hand, licked the salt from the nearby ice, and from this licking came the first Aesir god, known as Buri. He had a son, who in turn married a Jotun, who gave birth to 3 sons, one of whom was Odin. Odin and his brothers then slew Ymir, the primordial giant, and the great rushing of blood that flooded from his body drowned the great cow, as well as the rest of the Jotnar, except for 2. These 2 went on to repopulate the race of giants. Odin and his brothers then took the corpse of Ymir and used it to help create the earth, using his flesh to make the soil, his bones to make mountains, and his teeth to make boulders and stones.
You know, in Attack on Titan, Ymir is a chick. And there are some caves upon the earth that make me think, Mother Earth, right? Female, the body of a giant, because Mother sacrifices everything for her children. She gives of her body and of her flesh to make the world, right? Lady Cosmic Dream. Then there was the bull of heaven, right? The golden calf, right? It died because in the end it wasn't about Brahma, or the one who fashions the worlds. It's about the one that just exists. So Brahma or Abraham falls into line. Para Brahman, or the supreme Brahman, that which is beyond all descriptions and conceptualizations, is described as the formlessness that eternally pervades everything, everywhere in the universe, or whatever is beyond. Para Brahman is conceptualized in diverse ways. Para Brahman, beyond concept, is the same as Adiyogi Shiva, or Shiva, or like whatever. It's beyond name and concept. It's not a concept. It's a person. It's a place. It's a thing. There's situations going on. You know what I mean because you've been there. The other people, not so much. They'll get there eventually because really, there's no choice. Ymir suckled the bull of heaven because mankind is a beast and they do the work of the things. Stuff like that. They need some relief so that they don't go red line like a bull that hasn't done it in a long time, right? It's how they tame us with certain technologies in video stream informations that like, oh yes, this is so great. The funny thing is, these people have worked themselves into a paradox that, like, if the internet goes down, their shit will go crazy individually because even their kids are addicted to the screen and they have no ambitions or understanding of what this is they live in. They kind of get it, but they don't know how to use it and interact with it. Shit can be so wild. And he's not going to tell me the outcome. And truly, I don't want to know the outcome. I'm here living it. We're going to collect more people, get more people clicking, do more things, tell a story, and, see how this shit goes. That's how it flows, my brother. What's up, my bro? I've been speaking correctly, right? It's all mirrors and shapes and signs, right? Align the data. See the stories unfold. You had us worried for a while. We're glad that you click. And you're a part of the Click Gang Gang. Yogurt Gang. Yogurt Gang. Yeah, some cool stuff. It's almost time to get into the deeper mechanics of how this all works. So, I hope those of you who are sticking around for the cheat sheet are still paying attention. Not everyone does. The biggest question that you must ask yourself is, what do you remember about how all this was made? Where were you, and what did you experience? It's almost time to get spoopy. Holy Ghost, of course, we're gonna get spoopy.